Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day.
And happy Friday to you. Welcome back to Aloha Jen's Beauty Blog. For those of you that are new to my channel, hi, my name is Jen and I am a licensed esthetician for over 10 years. So I have a quick video for you guys today. I think I streamlined my makeup look a little bit. It will get better and better the more that I film. But today we are going to talk about the Big Bang, which is a new mascara from Athr Beauty and their rebranded Rose Quartz eyeshadow palette. Now, I created this look for you today with this palette using this mascara and their blush, and I filmed it for you guys so you guys can see in case you really like it. So before we get into that tutorial, I do have, I want to have a chat with you guys. So a couple of videos back, I mentioned that, my makeup videos don't get that many views. And I want to make a point here. It is the views that count, because the views let me know. The views and the likes also let me know if you guys like the type of content that I'm producing, okay? So if I don't get that many views, it means that, to me, it seems like I'm boring you guys, and I don't want to bore you guys. My whole purpose here on YouTube is to help you guys, okay? If I could help one person, then I've done my job here, okay? And that's the whole point that I created this YouTube channel. It's not to become some famous YouTuber or, famous esthetician. I created this channel to help you guys. And I am honest with you guys, and you know that if you've been following me for a long time. All my opinions and everything that I review and I talk about is, it's my opinion and it's my honest opinion. I'm not trying to sell you something just so I can make a buck, okay? Because that's not why I created this YouTube channel, and you can trust me. And I have so many of you that reach out to me, asking me for advice, and I'm always here to help you, right? So, that's the point that I want to put across. Yes, the views are important. The likes and the subscriptions are, important, because then it gets my information out there so I can help more people. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and go into the tutorial for this makeup look that I created. But before we go, if you like this video, make sure you like it, share it. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe. Okay. Because we would love to have you part of our community here. All right, I will see you guys in a few seconds, and then I will close out with you at the end of the tutorial to give you my final thoughts on the makeup, okay? See you in a minute. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the demo of the Athr Beauty Rebranded Rose Quartz palette and their new Big Bang mascara. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the eyes. I've already done my foundation, so I'm going to go ahead and go in and do the eyes. And then I will go off camera, finish the rest of my complexion, and we'll get into the mascara, okay? So here is the Rebranded Rose Quartz palette. I personally am not a fan of this palette, but I figured, hey, let's play with it today. I love the Rose Quartz palette, the original one. As you can see, there's certain favorites that I like. So in the new one, they do not have rose quartz. The only colors that they brought over were, let me see, Aphrodite, Sandstone, and Scorpio. This is Scorpio, okay? Those are the only three colors that they brought over into the new palette, as you can see here. Now for me, my favorite colors are rose quartz. I like this one. I think it's called Stardust. I like Sandstone. And I use this color right here, which I believe is called, let me see here, Aphrodite. Yeah, Aphrodite. And then the other one is called Grounding. And yeah, so Aphrodite is the one that they brought over. I'm confused. Okay, so this is Aphrodite. Sorry about that. So this is Aphrodite, and then this is Grounding, okay? So I use these as liner shadows, and then I use this color right here, which is called, I can't read it. Let me check. Aura, okay? I use this color a lot too when I do my looks. So let's get started with this look, okay? And as you can see right here, Sandstone, and this Sandstone right here do not look the same. This one is actually a little bit deeper. Same thing goes for Aphrodite. Aphrodite looks a little bit deeper in color as well. And Scorpio looks like it's an exact match, okay? So let's get started. So I can't use this as a complete palette in the sense of a liner shadow. So I am going to have to use another liner shadow for this look, okay? So the first color I'm going to dip into here is going to be this color called Moonstone. I'm going to use that as in highlight. So let me grab my highlighting brush here and I'll apply that to my brow bone. So this is a lot brighter and whiter than the original Rose Quartz palette. That color was called, let's see, Stardust, which I really liked personally, but this color is actually really nice though. So this palette is really nice. It is, but I'm very disappointed that they changed it up because I really love the layout of the Rose Quartz palette. And my thing is like, why change something that wasn't broken, right? But I understand that they wanted to make something, you know, a little bit more affordable. Well, I don't know what the reasoning was, honestly, but I do know that they are going to come out with a quad to complement this. So why not just have the original palette? Okay, so now that Moonstone is on, I am going to go into Sandstone here and apply it into my crease contour. So let me grab that brush here. So I don't really tell you guys the names of my brushes because the thing is that they're nothing special and some of them you can't even get anymore. I just take really good care of my makeup brushes so they last me a long time. Okay, so Sandstone, it's a really powdery formula. As you can see, I'm getting a ton of kickback out of here compared to the other palette. So that is a turnoff for me. But I hear, you know, they say, oh, it doesn't affect the quality of the shadows, just like these shadows are finely milled. But it seems like you waste a lot of product when you get a lot of kickback like this. So what I'm noticing with this color is it is sort of similar to the original Sandstone. It just looks a little bit darker in the palette. So Sandstone on me kind of takes like a sort of like a pink hue versus what it looks like in the actual palette. Gosh, it's so much kickback. Yikes, I don't like that. So I'm just gonna build on that a little bit more as it is a very light shade, okay? All right, so next I'm gonna go into Scorpio here, which is this mauvey shade. And I am going to apply that on the outer corner of my eye and a little bit into my crease contour. I should say the outer half of my eye. So far that's pretty. I'm not getting as much kickback off of this one as I did the Sandstone. So, however, you know what? The products still apply well, even though there's that kickback. It has nothing to do with how they're gonna apply or how they're pigmented. It's just that it seems like you get a lot of wasted product there. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blend here up a little bit to mesh these shades together. Okay, so I applied Sandstone in my crease contour, and then I applied Scorpio on the outer half of my eye and here up in the upper outer part of my crease contour. So next, I'm gonna go into this taupey shade, which is called Vibes. Okay, I think that's Vibes. Wait, let's see. Yeah, it's called Vibes. So it's a taupey shade right here, Vibes. Okay, and I am gonna apply that to the inner half of my eye. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for a liner. Okay, well, that's pretty, huh? So what this palette is doing is it's causing me to be a little bit more creative than staying inside my box like I did with the other Rose Quartz palette, because I loved those other shades so much that that's all I really used in the palette. But as I'm trying this, it is really pretty. I do like it, but I still prefer the original palette. So I'm curious what the shades are going to be from that quad that they come out with. So sorry, you guys, the gardeners are here in the backyard, so you're going to hear them blowing around the leaves out there. Okay, I'm just going to go in and deepen that Scorpio shade on my outer corner a little bit more. Okay, so far, this is our look. Now, guys, look at my lashes. I don't know if you could see them, but they're getting so long, and there's some that are longer than others, and it's the craziest thing. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do for my liner is I'm gonna test out this Aphrodite shade and see how well it's gonna apply. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go into Karma. It's like a gray sparkly shade. So let's go into Karma and see how it applies as a liner. I usually like it to be a little bit darker. And for those of you who don't remember or know, I don't use eyeliner pencils. I just use shadow as my eyeliner. Okay, so it's too light. Okay, so let's try Scorpio. I'm sorry, Aphrodite. I think this is gonna be too light too. Yeah, it's too light. Okay, so I have to find, you know what? Let's go for a softer liner. Let's just do this. Let's just go ahead and go in with Aphrodite and line the under part of my eyes. And keep it just to one palette instead of going into multiple different palettes. I'll just make it a little bit more smokier than what I normally do. And it will be like sort of like a lighter look. But I have to tell you, guys, look at all that kickback I'm getting. It's a lot. It makes your palettes messy too. So I'm just taking it and aligning that underneath my eye. And it works because of that shade called Vibes has some sort of like lavender gray in it as well. So I'm gonna totally have to fix this really well with my concealer. So, you know, these matte shades aren't that pigmented. But the one thing that's great about this palette, if you do have, you know, lighter, paler skin tones, that these colors will show up on you very nicely. But they say it's good for all skin tones. I don't see that because, you know, some of these colors don't even show up on me. They're like way, way too light. Okay, so got a little bit of liner action in there. The next thing I'm gonna do is, well, you know what? I think I'm going to use, I gotta figure out what my inner corner eye highlight is going to be. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my concealer and go ahead and put on my bronzer. And then we'll come back for the blush because I'm gonna use an Athr Beauty blush, and then we'll do the mascara. So I'll see you in a few. Okay guys, so I went ahead and finished up cleaning up underneath my eyes. I did my eyebrows and put on my contour and my bronzer. So let's do cheeks, okay? So I'm going to use the Rose Quartz cheek palette from Athr Beauty. And what I'm going to do is I am going to take this shade right here, which is called Compassion, and I'm gonna put it on the outer half of my cheek. And then on my apples, I'm going to put Self-Love, okay? So let's go ahead and go into Compassion first and put that on. So I do love their blushes. I think they're really pretty. I have all 3 palettes. The one I wear the most is this Rose Quartz one. So next I'm dipping into Self-Love here, which is the brighter pink, and I'm putting that on the apples of my cheeks. And then I'm just running it through. Now you could dip your brush in both shades and create a color. You can wear them singly, but this is something that I have been really enjoying with these palettes. And yeah, okay. So that's good for my blush. As you can see, this is just a nice, really light blush. They're matte, I love it. They look so good on the skin. They're very, like they're creamy when you apply them, but they just blend onto the skin so nicely. So next I'm gonna go into, what is this, Heart highlighter, and I'm going to put this on my cheeks. Now I really like these highlighters that are in these blush palettes. They're way better than their other highlighters, and I don't use that much, so that's enough of that one. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and take Heart highlighter, and I'm going to put this on the inner corners of my eyes to brighten it up right in through there. So and there you have it. Okay, so that is it for complexion. So now we're gonna go into the Big Bang mascara. So here is the tube. It's completely all recyclable. It's made out of ocean plastic, and you have a pipe cleaner wand here. Now what's interesting about this wand is it's almost like a square that comes to a point, okay? So this mascara is supposed to basically do it all. Volumize, curl. I think it's supposed to give a little bit of lengthening too. Okay, so it says, the ultimate panoramic lash volumizing mascara that curls, restores, and defines. So let's check it out. So I have been using this, and I'll tell you my thoughts after we get it on. So I'm gonna just go ahead and apply it on. Now it's like sort of a dry formula. When I very first tried it, the first impression wasn't like a favorite because I just didn't like the way my lashes looked. But you know, when you're doing mascara, you can't really judge it on your first impression because the formula changes as the more you use it and the longer that you have it open. But as this is like my 4th time applying it, and I'm actually liking it more now than when I did initially. And you can see my crazy lashes right now. So it does curl your lashes very nicely. I don't need an eyelash curler with this. So, and it gives you a good amount of volume on the initial application. So you could build it up a little bit more if you like. These lashes are out of control. I think I'm gonna have to trim them because some of them are longer than others and they're just kind of going all over the place. I don't know how to tame these bad boys because I don't wear mascara every day. But this week I have been because I've been testing out this Athr Beauty mascara because I know a lot of you are really interested in it. Okay, So as you can see, it gives me a really nice volume. It's sort of va-va-voom-ish, but I really love the fact that this mascara curls your lashes too. That is a huge bonus for me. It's easy to separate too if you get some clumpiness. But overall, I like the mascara, and I'll let you know which one I like better after we're done here. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in and separate a little bit because like I said, from that lash serum I'm using, which I will reveal to you guys very soon, it's like making my lashes get super long and crazy. So I did, you know, mess up a little bit over here. And I'm just gonna take my spoolie from my eyebrow wand and put that on over there. Okay, so here is the completed Athr Beauty look. When we are done, I will show you the lip color that I'm gonna choose because I'm deciding between a couple of them right now. However, I did not pick up the Athr Beauty lip colors because there isn't anything in the range that interests me. If they come out with some, you know, shades that are more my jam, then I would consider picking those up. But for right now, I don't see anything in the collection that is calling my name. All right, guys, so I will see you in a few with my hair down, and we'll talk about these products. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this look. Now, let's talk about this makeup, shall we? So the lip color that I chose is the Velvet Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Gloss from Lawless. If you guys watched my last video, you guys know that, you know, these are my favorite lip glosses. So let's talk about this rebranded Rose Quartz palette, okay? So I will tell you, yes, I do like this look that I created with it, but I like the looks that I created with this palette even more so. This isn't going to be a palette that I reach for still after been playing around with it. I prefer the original Rose Quartz palette. And what I can't understand is why did they change it? This was like one of their #1 selling palettes. Why did they need to rebrand it and change it, okay? And then there's rumors that they're coming out with a quad to go with this palette. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Just remake the original Rose Quartz palette. Now, if I would have known that they were going to do that, I probably would have bought one of these Rose Quartz palettes on backup, because this is one of my favorite palettes to wear, you know, during spring and summer, and even sometime through the winter too. But this one, I am just not a fan of. And I know there's going to be a few of you people out there who have picked up the original Rose Quartz palette, and then you get this one. You're probably going to feel the same way about it, because the people that I see that actually really like this one are the ones that, you know, the palette was sent to, and they're afraid to say anything bad about it. So my thing is, why fix something that wasn't broken, okay? Totally irks me. And besides, it doesn't matter. I buy all my Athr Beauty products, you know, on my own, because, you know, I had a confrontation with the owner, and I'm sure she would never, ever, like, watch my video or listen to me or ever, like, send me anything. So just so you guys know, all my Athr products are 100% purchased by me. So let's talk about this mascara. So this is their new mascara. Now, it's really cool. It's a good formulation. You know, Athr Beauty, they're all about sustainability. As you can see, they did repackage this Rose Quartz into like this cardboard flip box now versus the elastic band, because before you had to cut off the elastic band because that was the only piece that wasn't recyclable on the palette. So I do love the new packaging. So kudos to Athr for, you know, keeping up with, you know, keeping things sustainable and still making them look really pretty at the same time and functional. So with the Big Bane mascara, I believe the tube is made out of 100% recycled ocean plastic. And I forgot with the wand, there's something about the wand, but I believe everything is fully recyclable. So with this formulation, it's a nice mascara, okay? It's not my favorite mascara. I actually prefer the Ilia Fullest Volumizing Mascara. Like, this gives me volume, but it's more of like a natural volume. And it gives the lashes more definition versus I like that Va Voom Volumizing Mascara. So this isn't a mascara that I would personally repurchase. The brush is really cool. It looks like a square when you look at it like this, because like one side has shorter bristles and then the other has like a little bit of longer bristles, I think it is. But yeah, I mean, it's like a dry formula. It dries really quickly on the lashes. It does curl. It gives you volume, and then the more coats that you put on, you actually have to separate the lashes. Well, at least I do. So it wears really, really nicely on the lashes. It doesn't flake or smudge. So the formula is easy to take off. So I really like the formulation, but it's not my favorite volumizing mascara. Now, I have been using this for the last week. I picked this up from the Credo Friends and Family sale. And, you know, maybe my thoughts will change the more that I use it, and I will definitely keep you posted on that, okay? All right, guys, so that is it for this video. If I help someone make a decision on if these two products are right for them, then I've done my job here to help you all. I hope you all have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you in the next one. I love you so much, and thank you for all your continued support and all the love that you show me and my channel. I'll see you soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day.